Hello, ETL enthusiasts. I welcome you to this presentation. I have been uploading series of presentations for Informatica interview seekers. Today's topic is tell me about yourself. So every project usually has this question, um, and let us start with this question. Okay. So, what do you think is the expectation of the interviewer on this question and on this answer? Absolutely nothing. He came directly from his work, or mostly interviews happens on the work day, so he wouldn't have prepared for his interview. So what he does while you explain something about project, he will try to extract some questions from your project or try to prepare some questions from internet while you explain all this. Second thing is that you have your project uh, effort might be more than 6 months and he will not understand in less than 5 minutes, right? So anyway, he doesn't bother about it. Say for example, interviewer is not prepared for interview and he just think that he can prepare interview questions based on your explanation, then he will show some interest on your data flow designs and all the stuff, but mostly nothing. Okay. But what do you think we can give him or we can talk to? Okay, there are a couple of things here. So there are one or two lines you can talk about yourself, not with your master degree, bachelor degree, it doesn't bother. But if you explain him what certifications you have, like AWS CCP, Informatica certified, Oracle certified, like that, that will help. Second, and how many years of experience you have on this data warehouse Informatica is helpful. And second part, you will explain two or three lines of you about your client, domain, and business. Say, for example, finance domain, you have some project working with a bank. You can tell something like that. And there are 4 or 5 lines you can explain about your current project, and 5 or 6 lines you can explain with roles and responsibilities. This may be very less, but you can't explain whatever you have in your resume to him. It will take almost 40 minutes of his time, right? So total interview time maybe 45 minutes to 1 hour. If you take 40 minutes, then it's a problem. So that's why it doesn't bother. Okay. So you try to concentrate on these only. Whenever he asks particular things, what are the performance tuning techniques you did, what are the error handling or exception handling you did, you can explain him a little better. Okay. That way questions can start. Okay. So what you can explain on about your client. Okay, so we can start with I have been in IT for some years of experience, and my most of experience is based on Informatica, Oracle, MS SQL Server, and Unix. And you can explain him if you have any certifications here. So the about client, you can give him some information like this. Our client is a large financial institution and bank services in USA and have a license in almost 40 states, deals with 12 foreign currencies and other financial services. Or you can explain some large insurance company which can handle personal, life, term, and property and casualty and home insurances with 100 billion market. Okay, these are some basic information you can get it from their site, and then these 2 3 lines are enough about you and client. Let us think about the next topic, like what you can explain about your project. Project generally have some name, either insurance data warehouse or insurance CDW, finance CDW, treasury DW, billing data mart, accounting data mart, customer data mart, this type of things. Okay, mostly. And Informatica is like integrating data from various sources, transforming them and loading into either Snowflake or Starflake, like data warehouse or data mart. So start explaining your project's data flow diagram or a design, how your data from source to target it flows. So you can explain something like this on our next slide. So this is some project example I'm giving. So there is ACCD transaction, SIR, different types of sources I have. I'm integrating all this data into pre-staging, pre-staging to staging, staging to enterprise data warehouse dimensions and facts loading here, and I have some supplemental files which can be used as a lookup, and these pre-stage staging dimensions facts are on Teradata, and after that we have a reporting layer. So ACCD, there's something different name I gave him here, a random game names I gave him. So pre-stage is getting loaded from Oracle, the accounts data come, text format transactions come. There are some services, third-party services, which gives us data at CSV, JSON files, and there is one DPD. I gave random names, okay? Deposit database, that is from MS SQL Server. So two relational databases, three different text type formats we have. I'm integrating them into pre-stage, and pre-stage to staging I'm just formatting some of them, and some special columns that we use for reporting, or for our project, I will all include them here or integrating them here, and then from here I'm loading dimensions and then facts, and then reporting will have these supplemental are like lookup reference files that can be used in any of this process. And these three can be any relational database, anything, Oracle, MS SQL Server, Teradata, Postgres, anything. I'm just mentioning here Teradata. And we have a reporting tool here, either BO or Cognos or something else. Okay. This is simple explanation you can give them, so that they know that you worked on various sources, and you have some formatting experience here, and then you are having ETW, ACD2, ACD1, and other information here, aggregating facts, normal facts, and all here, and then reporting purpose. Okay. So the next topic we're talking about is a role. What is your role? Okay. So here I'm giving roles and responsibilities for a particular developer. So you'll say, I have been a module developer with the below responsibilities. So development of Informatica objects for a module, unit test of the code and prepare documentation, some with proof screenshots, update the technical design and standard operating procedures, creating shell scripting for file handling, validations, automation of the workflows and scheduling, code deployment from lower environment to upper environments, and performance tuning. If you are sure about performance tuning, of at least you have some experience, at least you can explain 3 4 cases, then only you mention this one, otherwise don't mention it. Okay. This is the role and responsibility of a particular developer example. And next we are talking about the role only for particular module leader. Earlier it was developer, now leader. That means you have more than 6+ years of experience here. So you'll say development of the Informatica object, and you are responsible for a particular module, unit test of that code and prepare documentation with the proofs, update technical design and standard operating procedures, creating shell scripting, workflow automation and scheduling, code deployment from lower to upper environment, non-production only, production done by some other team. So code peer reviews for other developers. If some other developer developed something, you will be reviewing their code, whether they are from whether they are for whether they are properly following the standards and reusable objects and all those things, and creating weekly status reports for your reporting managers, making sure of use of reusable objects, production deployment checklists, and other documentation steps. Make sure team follows standards and naming convention of the project. You can give some of this. Okay, that's enough. If he thinks leader must have something else, then he will ask particular question, then you can answer them. Okay, that's the end of this presentation, folks. Thank you for your time. All the best.